Welcome back everyone to Jface Games. Today we're talking about possibly at least my current new favorite DMs tool, and that is the Mythulu card decks. I have the Mythulu card decks A and B. I kickstarted it and it came in this really nice leather case. And I'm just going to show you what these are. And how they would be used. So if you've ever had difficulty with coming up with characters, coming up with magical spells, coming up with different traditions or character arcs or monsters or habitats, etc., 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 magic items, that's what this is supposed to do. This is actually designed for any sort of creative writing or creative writing endeavor. I would think it would be the main concept, but that's what DMs do, right? We're creative writers, we're creative storytellers. So what you have in here, once again, this is a beautiful leather box with all these cards in it. Each one of these decks is a different type of thing. So I'm going to take them all out real quick. And now what you see is we have these different decks. We have one for textures, one for traits, one for relationships, elements, character, and habitat. Okay? Now what's really cool is that the cards themselves, they come with these, which are these sort of like helpful tips for what do you draw when you're trying to create things, right? So this is, let me see if I can get it to focus in. This is what you might draw for character arcs, magic systems, weapons, etc., things like that. And then their website has a ton of other options for things you might have. So let's just pick one of these things. Let's do magic system. Right? So magic system, what it's going to ask for is it's going to ask for one element. And this element is going to be our tool. Okay? It asks for, where was this? One effect, which they're using a trait for an effect. One habitat, which is going to be the source. And then finally, 4 applications. So 4 of these characters, right? So I have no idea. I've never done this before. I've done other things. I have not done a magic system yet. So let's see what this looks like, right? So, and this takes creativity. So you guys might have different things than I do, right? So for a magic system, what's the tool that is used? Well, the tool is caffeine. Caffeine. I mean, this is perfect. Caffeine, a natural insecticide people consume to postpone fatigue, bubbly, energizing, social catalyst, frequently suppressed by leaders who fear rebellion and radical thought. So it's some sort of stimulant, right? So the idea is that it's some sort of, you have some sort of energizing stimulant that you're using as your tool to engage in magic. What's the effect? The effect is conjoined. Conjoined is our body controlled by 2 wills or 2 bodies operating with 1. So already my brain starts to go to like, you might have something different, but you take some sort of stimulant to potentially bring forth another spirit into your body, maybe like an ancestor or something, right? So that's maybe the magic system is that you, by drinking some sort of stimulant, it brings in past lives, or it's some natural beings like Furies from Codex of Alera, where you suck in this fury, right? I don't know. Who knows? That's the effect, technically. Let's see the source. The source is abandoned. Abandoned indicates a severe problem in the environment that prior inhabitants were unable to solve. The source of the magic is abandoned. Okay, so let's see. We have some sort of stimulant that you take, some sort of drug or stimulant that allows you. The effect is it brings in a past life, or it brings in some sort of supernatural spirit that conjoins with you and allows you to now have abilities. The source of this comes from some sort of, indicates a severe problem in the environment that prior inhabitants were unable to solve. Abandoned. So it's some area, something that is uninhabitable is where this source comes from. So maybe there is a an area of the world where all of these sort of spirits are. There's some sort of area in the world that all the spirits and all of these sort of supernatural beings exist that the living can't go into. But when you take this stimulant, you bring them out of that area into your body. I don't know. Application. I don't know what this means. So let's see what application is. Application, we have the monster. The monster is victim of mob violence. Most visible weakness is so repulsive it alienates everyone. So one of these type of people that you might bring into your body turns you into a monster. Sounds like a Jekyll and Hyde type of thing. We have the inventor. Okay, one of these sort of individuals, one who pays the price to elevate their people, graced with curiosity and unusual resilience to disappointment. Maybe it makes you sort of like a Sherlock-y type person. You can solve problems through innovation. An artist, passionately engaged in profession that doesn't pay yet. Artists are soul healers, and their work transcends political sides. And the final one is assassin. Well, there you go. So what do we have here? So now we have a magic system where you take some sort of illegal stimulant of some sort that comes in some sort of chemical form. When you do, you bring another soul into your body. These souls come from some sort of area in the world that where all the souls sort of inhabitat, and it's almost like, I guess, like an afterlife on planet the humans aren't supposed to, or the living aren't supposed to go to. By doing this, you are bringing in a power into your body that will either turn you into a monster, turn you into a mastermind, make you incredibly creative and artistic that inspires people, or turn you into just a straight killer, potentially. What else is assassin? Assassin kills artfully, not necessarily causing physical death. Game over if caught. So there you have it. This is what these cards do. This is Mythulu. They give you prompts, and you then use your creativity to kind of do whatever you want. So check them out. If you like the video, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and leave some comments. I'd love to hear what it is that you came up with these different cards.